barrel or not for the new year. A lot of people come up with New Year's resolutions. I have three that I can make arguments for, but I want to toss them out to you and you can decide, are these barrel for New Year's resolutions? Should we be advising our listeners to do these or not? Barrel or not? Handwriting letters. What about thank you letters?
I love it. I love it. I love getting them. I love making my daughter write them. I think for a child, sorry, I'm going to go more to the light here.
That's okay.
Dark hole. For children, I think it's super important. I think it creates thoughtfulness. I'm going to take this back and say barrel, because writing takes time, and so you get to be more thoughtful if you're handwriting. Barrel.
It's 100% barrel. I do really only use this for thank you letters, but as I was prepping for the show, I was thinking I should just start using it for actual letter. Like I should write letters. Occasionally to people. Yeah, like rather than an email or, these are my thoughts about somebody who I haven't talked to for a while. Write it all down, send it to them.
Great idea. Barrel.
Think how impactful that would be.
Totally.
Well, let this be a New Year's resolution for some people then. Make a habit out of writing letters. Barrel or nah, number 2, calling your parents and or siblings.
On the phone?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's barrel, though I don't do it nearly as much as I should.
That's my point. That's why it should be a resolution.
Yeah. Okay. Barrel. And
Lauren and her siblings, her sisters, call each other all the time. I mean, like daily. And we'll just be sitting on, like, we'll get to the end of our work day. She and I have a little time together. Her phone rings. It's a sibling. She picks it up. I'm getting pissed because it's cutting into our time, and they'll have a conversation about nothing. It's just like checking in. Oh my gosh, guess what happened to me at work today? Blah, 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 blah. 5-10 minute conversation. And they're like, okay, love you. Talk to you later. Hang up. I'm like, what was that? She goes, oh, we like each other. That's what we communicate because we like each other. I'm like, hey, wait a second. I have 3 brothers. I like them, but maybe I should be calling them. I'm thinking she's doing it right and I'm doing it wrong.
It's really true. It's really true. And I feel that it's so easy not to. Like the easy thing is not to, but then everything goes cold pretty quick. And then it becomes like the inertia of not calling that's what it is. And then to pick up the phone and actually call then feels weird. Like if you just do it every day to jibber jabber, that really is the way to do it.
It is meaningful. And you could I think we all probably send texts occasionally to those people, but it's not the same as calling them.
No. Yeah. Calling.
And certainly siblings, but parents, I think, would love to hear from you.
Yep. A barrel.
Yep. Barrel. Final barrel or not, creating a dream board to help manifest your goals.
I'm going to say barrel. I'm going to say barrel, David Lee Scales. I don't believe necessarily in the magic of that sort of thing, but I kind of do. Like daughter will do it. Will like young daughter, stick something on a wall, and she won't do the whole board necessarily, and then that thing will come true. Where I think having a visual representation of what your goals are that's always kind of assaulting you, that's in your face, naturally, I think you are drawn down that path, whether you want to be or not, just because it's always there. And so you're going to take steps to come closer to that thing, just even subconsciously.
I think so too. I'm definitely for this. What would you put on your dream board?
I mean, that's the thing, is I realize a lot of my dreams now are tied up in my kids. And I realize that's great and all, but like I should have real things that I'm still pursuing, or else I get stagnant. And so I suppose this year the dream board is going to be acquisition of the Grit podcast by a larger network. Or who do we want to get acquired by? Joe Rogan? Who acquires podcasts?
That's a great question. Who should is the Chernin Group, who bought Surfline, or not bought Surfline, but invested that $30 million into Surfline, because they're now playing in the surf space. What they've done with the other brands that they've invested in, um, meat eater. I don't know if you're familiar with Meat
Yeah,
Eater,
I look at meat
but
eater.
it's incredible what they've done. What first of all, Steve Ranella did with that prior to that acquisition, but then what they've done with it since then, leveraging all their back channels and everything. Barstool Sports they were involved in, so taking these niche things that have like a core community and then helping them build out content to reach the masses. Like I'm not interested in hunting, but I watch their stuff and I'm interested in what they're doing because they've made it so interesting to somebody who doesn't hunt. That would be the exact same thing that they could do with surfing.
Yeah, and acquired by them. Write a couple more books. Yeah, that's gonna be on my dream board, I guess, this year.
Perfect.
What's yours?
Put it up on. Yeah, I like that first one. I would also put property in a desirable location would be number one on mine.
Great, love it.
And then next year, a second property in a second desirable location would be another one.
Snowbird, come to Snowbird.